Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shay goes by.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
That's the movie. I'm actually flying to Oakland, going home for the weekend.
Right.
And to see my grandmother, who's 89 years old, had to be.
That's right.
And I always take her to a movie once a month. I fly home. And she asked me, what movie are you going to take me to see? And I said, well, what do you want to see? And she said, I want to see the brand new movie with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube right along.
You taking the 89-year-old grandmama?
She's gangster.
That don't mean a thing. She's moving like she's 29.
That's what's up.
One of the most prolific lyricists to ever pick up a pen and put lyrics to a pad. He's a game changer, a vanguard. This guy is one of the elite. He created a movement that pollinated all around the world. And to this day, you could go to Japan and you'll see Japanese kids emulating him. You can go to France and French kids ask me about him. Anywhere in the world you go, they know his name. He transcended any perimeters and stereotypes that was set for us, people who came from disenfranchised places. And now he's a global figure and an icon, and he's here with us today, the one, the only Ice Cube.
Yay, yay!
Yay, yay.
Couldn't that gang?
Damn, Spade, that was nice.
I was working on it, Cube.
Shout out to grandmama.
There it is, right?
You know what I mean? Shout out to grandma.
I let her know you sending her love. Cube, what's been up, man?
Oh, man, just on this ride, ride along, with Kevin Hart. We had a ball making the movie. We had more fun promoting the movie. This dude is a real, genuine, funny, fun, cool dude. You know what I mean? And I got nothing but love for Kevin Hart. And here we go, Friday.
Here it is. Check it. You got a knack. Like, Dr. Dre had a knack for finding great rappers and helping them, build their careers. You have a knack for finding great comedians. You think of Chris Tucker, you think of Mike Epps and all the different people that got breaks from your movies.
Yeah.
What do you feel Kevin Hart sits amongst those ranks?
Oh my God, right up at the top, right with him. This movie is his coming out party.
Yeah.
Where he really can display who he is and how good he is, and that he can hold a movie. I haven't seen somebody command a scene like this since Eddie Murphy, where you just hold the audience hostage till you want to let them go. And Kevin he has that flavor. He's polished. He can be hood with the comedy. He can be, crossover with it. He's just an all-around talented dude.
He's all-around talented dude, man. So are you. You were one of the rappers who turned actors that actually didn't have any problem in that transition. Like most rappers that we meet as most people we meet as rappers first. How about that?
Yeah.
Who go into acting usually suck. For a few movies.
A lot of them, not a few. A lot.
Yeah, right?
Like
a lot of them.
You hit the ground running, man. Now, as an actor, do you have, like, Oscars in your sight? Is that something that's important to you?
It'd be nice, but I think if you go for it, you'll never get it. I think you just got to do good movies. Movies people want to see. And that's really what it's all about. I always felt better about, I feel good about doing popcorn movies, where you just go kick it, escape from reality for a minute, have fun, laugh. It's been so much pain in our neighborhoods and in our music. Sometimes, movies is a cool outlet to show who we are on a different level and have fun with it. But if it comes, that'll be cool. But it's all about doing good movies. In Hollywood, you can't let no good movie pass you by. Trying to do something, I want to do this Oscar movie, so I'm gonna let Ride Along pass because it's not Oscar worthy. Yeah. That's foolish. So you just got to do what you feel, do what you know is good, do movies that you would go see, and Oscar take care of itself.
Take care of itself. I want to ask you, Q, because right now in recent years this DIY movement, do-it-yourself movement, has become prominent amongst artists, and then you see a lot of artists like Beyonce taking control of their careers and kind of changing the game and the way they release music. She just put it out there. Nobody knew. Jay-Z did his deal with Samsung and gave 1 million free downloads to people to get his album. But I dare to say this is a mentality you had since day one, especially going into the film industry. How is it different navigating through the film industry for you as it was navigating as an artist in the music business? Or is it one and the same?
No, film is a lot different. With music, like you say, you could put it out yourself. You don't need nobody. So with movies, you do. You need a lot of people. Most of the time, more than 100 people really from the start of a movie to the end of it to help put it together. You need finances and you need talented actors and talented people behind the scenes to pull it off. So you have to be a ringleader. You have to be a person who can bring people together, and you have to be able to excite people about what you got, and you got to go in with a package. A lot of people think you got a dope script, I can get this movie made, but no, you got to have the dope script. Got to have the lead actor connected, hopefully the director connected, and hopefully a secondary actor. So you go in there with that and a strong producer. And then, that's how this movie got made. That's how Ride Along got made, because it was shelved for 10 years.
Wow.
The movie was on the shelf because we couldn't find the right combination to get the studio excited enough to make the movie. But, at the point last year or year before that, where Will Packer and Kevin Hart and Tim Story got hold of the script, and now with them and us, now Universal could see the movie. They could see the poster. They could see everything. So you definitely have to have all your eggs in a row and lined up before you go.
Okay, and you made more money doing movies or making music?
Damn, Sway.
I didn't give a number. You know what? Hold that thought. When we return, you can answer that question. Ice Cube is here. 888-742-3345. You know how we do it. Ice Cube here.
Hitting on the west side.
These fools gotta mention you in the greatest of all time. These fools gotta mention Ice Cube.
They ain't got to. You know what I mean? I'll let them know.
In your opinion, who are the greatest? Give me 3 greatest.
Oh God, man. Melly Mel.
Ooh, a message.
Rakim.
Paid in full.
Chuck D.
Ooh. Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yes.
I like that. Ice Cube is here hanging out with us. More money in the music business or the film business?
Damn, Sway.
It's more money in the movie business.
Yeah, it is.
It is, no doubt.
Yeah.
TV money ain't bad either.
TV money, right? Because when you're an executive producer, are we there yet?
Are we there
yet?
Yeah.
And that does well too, right? If it goes into syndication.
Well, it's in syndication now.
Damn.
Yeah, we in syndication now, so.
That means you get paid forever?
Yeah, if it stay on forever. If it stay on forever, we get paid forever.
Is it harder to produce TV or movies?
TV. Well, it's harder to get TV up on this, because everybody's jockeying for a few positions.
Yeah.
TV only really, let 1 or 2 shows into their network, each network, a year pretty much. And so it's hard to get in there. But once you get in there, it's a grind.
Yeah.
Movies, you can really see the finish line with movies. But sometimes with that TV, we shot them 100 episodes, can't see the finish line. It's just work.
Yeah, but it pays off in the end.
Yeah.
You said you got to give people movies they want to see.
Yes.
A lot of people, we talked about this last time you were here, want to see the making of this NWA movie.
Yes.
Has there been any progress?
Yes, a lot of progress. We on and cracking. We hired the casting agent to cast the movie. Gary Gray is going to direct it. So hopefully we'll start shooting in April.
Would you be in the movie?
I don't think so. I wouldn't play myself if I was in it. I'd play another character.
But you don't think you'll do it? Do you get consent of every family? Like, is Eazy family on board?
Yeah.
Is everybody's family? Dre is on board?
Yeah, that's what took, the most time was getting the rights. You know what I mean? To get Eazy's estate to sign off on it, and you know, to have Drake come on as a producer is huge. Ren, Yella, they all down. They all ready to see it and make it happen.
That's what's up, Heather. I know you're a big Ice Cube fan. Go ahead, Heather.
Yeah, Ice Cube, unlike you, I'm having a bad day. You know, like, I've been running into celebrities and they've been a little funky.
Is that right?
Yeah, but I saw you in the hallway and I had to look back because I was like, damn, he looked like Ice Cube. But came up, gave me all that love, Sway. What's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. Other people, not so much. Now, how do you deal with celebrities in the industry? Are people funny acting now because you're a superstar? You know, and people always want to bring you back. Well, I remember when. How do you deal with people within the industry, whether it's music or film? How do you deal with it?
You know, it's just like I deal with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I treat everybody the same. You ain't a star to me. You know what I mean? Just one of the homies or the homegirl, you know, and you know, I just try to keep it simple, you know, be myself.
That's the West Coast.
Nothing wrong with that.
Laid back. We just chill.
Yeah, we don't give a damn
We don't care about all that, man. We just happy we got money.
Damn, Sway.
Now, I'm really curious about your opinion on a conversation I feel is happening a lot in hip hop, especially with the newer generations, because you hear some people will complain that New York rappers don't sound New York and everything's like in a melting pot. And then some other people feel like it should be regional. How do you feel like hip hop should sound at its best? More regional, where folks from the West Coast sound West Coast, or melting pot?
Rakim said it in '86. It ain't where you from, it's where you at.
There it is.
That's what it's all about. It ain't about that. It ain't about where you from or where the music come from. It's about, is it good? Do it move you? Is the rhymes tight? Do the dude got style and flavor? You know what I mean? And that's really what it's all about. So, you know, I'm glad we getting to a point where nobody cares, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, New York is the Mecca. It is, you know, it's produced the most superstars in hip hop, you know, out of New York. And then, you know, the LA and the West Coast and the Bay and then the South, you know, everybody got their own thing and everybody's blowing up, but you know, you got J. Cole coming out of, you know, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's not where you from. Melly out of St. Louis, you know, Chicago always doing their thing. It's like, it's a beautiful thing, man. I've been waiting and dying to get to this point in hip hop where just be good and you're gonna get attention you need.
Well, but it's interesting you say this because you help kind of break the stereotypes and the geographical boundaries, because at a time when you were being played in New York, wasn't no West Coast music being played in New York back in America's Most Wanted days.
Right.
And, you know, and you had to fight to be played in other regions, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and but you did it smart, because when you got with the Shockley brothers, you know, you kind of, your sound grew in itself. Would you agree?
No doubt. You know, that record, you know, challenged me in a lot of ways, you know, and it definitely expanded who I was, you know, as far as coming from NWA into being a bona fide solo artist, you know. I don't think I would have did it without the Bomb Squad. Because, you know, that record right there, it was just so fun and it just felt fresh. You know, everything we was doing was feeling fresh and new. She never heard it before or put it in that way, you know. The record almost felt like a mixtape in a way, you know. It was doing a whole lot. So, you know, without that, without bridging that gap, without Chuck D and Q Shockley, Hank Shockley, Eric Sadler, the whole Bomb Squad, you know, just welcoming me with open arms and not even tripping on where I was from. You know what I mean? It was like, you got dope rhymes, that's all we care about.
Yeah.
We're going to put some dope beats under these dope rhymes. Scratching and cutting, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to do it. And I think it was the best thing for me, and it was a great thing for hip-hop.
Absolutely. Ice Cube is hanging out with us. You got a new album coming out this year. It's called Everything's Corrupt.
Yeah.
Why do you say that? You feel like, what
do
you
is.
mean? What do you specifically, what are you targeting?
Everything's corrupt.
Okay.
Motherfuckers up at Sirius up here is corrupt.
Oh, my gosh. I'm glad you said it.
Everything's corrupt. I mean, everything, everybody, everywhere. It's corruption everywhere.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's corruption at the goddamn, where they giving food out to the homeless. There's some corruption somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just, it's everywhere. It's the poison that's choking us out. And, my record, I speak on it. It's not an overly political record.
Yeah.
It's an overly Ice Cube record, and, it's just one of those things where I just wanted to just make a statement that just, lets people know how bad it is out here. Yeah. Because if corruption is everywhere, then what's right? You know what I mean? What's being handled correctly? What's being handled I can't pronounce it. I went to South Central Los Angeles School District. I can't read too good.
You had a great effort at
but,
it.
who out there doing what they supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And, there's corruption everywhere, homie.
You know what, Cube, you got a new album coming out. How many songs have you written?
Shit, for the album?
Yeah.
Oh, man, 30?
I haven't heard any of it as of yet.
You got to hear Sasquatch, man.
Okay.
That's out, man.
That's out, Sasquatch is out?
Sasquatch is out, man.
Okay, let's pull that up.
Find that out, man.
Yeah, and I was just hoping, man, since I got you here, Cube, we both come from the West Coast, you know what I mean? Yeah, yay!
Yay, yay!
Okay, that was the setup right there. I got him to bite. I got him to bite.
And I just can't help it.
Okay, man, I was hoping that if DJ Wonder threw on a beat, man, you could give us I was hoping, man, just a bit. Man, it'd be my life's dream, Cube. If
damn, y'all
give me
want
a verse.
freestyle?
Nah, it's something written. I don't care. I mean, something.
God damn, y'all.
Ice Cube.
I mean, I've been here in movie mode, and y'all taking me into hip hop.
Fuck that. Yeah, yeah.
Ice Cube. Think
Damn, Sway.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
It's kind of slow, but I'm slow. Try to go ham on Porky Pig. Fucked up, boy, that's what you did. Bar come through, split your wig. Y'all can't wrestle with the giant squid. Trying to give dap to the iron fist. Axe out green, I'm hot as grits. Yarn in my hand, no pinky ring. Godfather, nigga, I pull the strings. Do what I tell him, buy what I sell him. Puppet master, I'm Jim Henson. See my Muppets, they like ducats. Y'all better run when you see that bucket. Hit that corner, do what I wanna. Get another jar for the organ donor. Ice Cube, nigga, I know better, but you ain't gotta fight when you got that cheddar. Sick them youngins on them. 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 Get the album, man. You'll hear it. You'll hear the flow that was supposed to go. That was a slow flow. That was slow flow.
Yo, Q still got that voice, man. That timing is impeccable. It's about that timing, that cadence. What? Man, make sure you guys go see the movie, support it, make it a #1 movie. John Leguizamo is on it. Lawrence Fishburne is on it. Jay Farrell is in it. Bruce McGill is in it.
Tika.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, Tika something.
Chica.
Something. Oh
yeah,
my
she's
God,
on
that's
there.
the homie.
She's playing your sister, right?
Yeah, she's playing my sister.
Man, I'll be watching it with my grandmother. Cube is always great. When the album come back and we'll do a real,
no doubt,
music interview. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be ready for that flow.
Okay.
Next time.
Ice Cube drinking from the fountain of youth. He looked the same way he did in '89.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.